Hello, welcome to County Connections. I'm Judge Houston Wells. We're here at Buffalo Trace where they're building lots of new warehouses, and we have some special guests that we want to introduce you today. Such great things that are happening here at Buffalo Trace. My special guest today is Donald Blinko, the contractor for all the construction that's going on out here on Buffalo Trace, 200 acres of property. Mr. Blinko, thank you. Welcome to County Connections, and tell the public about what's going on with your new warehouses up here.
Well, thank you for having me. We are working in partnership with Buffalo Trace to develop this over 200 acres. They're going to put multiple warehouses out here, helping them get more barrel storage to meet the demand of bourbon. Right now, behind me here, we've got warehouse BB going up. It's 40,000 square feet. It's got over 1 million board feet of lumber. There's over 40 people with Busick Construction working on it. You know, we got some great employees making this stuff happen, so a lot of exciting things here.
How long does it take to put up a building like that?
It takes roughly 7 months, depending on the weather. This winter's been a little tough on us so far.
You have one completed one next to us that we'll be showing the public in a minute that is already has barrels in it. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, we just finished this one at the end of the year. This is a beautiful warehouse. You know, Buffalo Trace has added some architectural accents to it. It's, again, the same size as this house behind us here, 40,000 square feet, and holds a lot of great Kentucky bourbon.
That's right, great Kentucky bourbon. Thank you for talking with us today. We appreciate it, and obviously you're doing a great job. This is awesome what's happening out here. Thank you so much, Mr. Blinko.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now with me is a very special guest, a local Frankfort resident, Mr. Harlan Wheatley, the master distiller for Buffalo Trace. Mr. Wheatley, thank you for being here and telling us about what the exciting project that's happening at Buffalo Trace.
Well, we've been very fortunate that we had a farm behind the distillery. The distillery's been here 240 years, and we didn't really have a reason to expand until about 5 or 6 years ago. We decided we're going to need some more land. We were fortunate enough to be able to purchase the farm adjacent to the distillery, and all in plans of building warehouses to store our bourbon.
Buffalo Trace is a great company here in Frankfort. We're very blessed to have it in Frankfort, and it does so much. But the bourbon industry itself is growing so fast, isn't it?
Well, what we've seen over the last 10 years is a pretty good expansion across the world, really, of bourbon consumption and production. So one of the things Buffalo Trace has to do is try to keep up and plan for the future. Buffalo Trace is over an 8-year-old bourbon, so we have to produce bourbon, looking out 8 years. So in order to do that, we have to store more bourbon and build more warehouses.
Yeah. Speaking of more warehouses, how many more do you expect to have built in this area?
I get that question a lot, how many warehouses we're going to build, and the answer is when we stop expanding, we're going to stop building. So right now we have no end to it. We can only fit about 14 warehouses or so on this site, and then we'll have to look elsewhere.
Yeah, you're bringing jobs in, you're bringing tourism in, and speaking of tourism, I just saw recently where you passed the 200,000 mark of tourists here at your distillery. Tell us a little bit about your tourism program.
We're really focused on the tourism at Buffalo Trace, and one of the things we've done is we've set goals for ourselves, and we'd like to see it continue to grow. Who knows, it could be 500,000, but we've seen 200,000 people in the last 12 months come through the distillery. We're really happy to have that. We've really beefed that program up too, and we offer several different types of tours, and they're all free 7 days a week. And, this will be one of the tours as well. Someday we'll do special tours in small groups, maybe bring them up and see the warehouse when people have the time.
Yeah, that's great. If you haven't had a chance to see Buffalo Trace, come down and see it. I know that Mr. Wheatley is involved, and as a master distiller, he does wonderful things, and he's renowned internationally. Tell us a little bit, just briefly, about being a master distiller itself.
Well, one of the things these days is you're a project manager. You do a little bit of tourism. You do a little bit of everything, and we travel around and promote the distilleries, and you make sure the quality of the products are good. So you're involved. You wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, yeah. when you said promote the distilleries, it is a brotherhood in it of all the distilleries. I've seen other distilleries, talk with other master distillers, and all of them talk about each other. All of you, it's like a brotherhood, and you promote it yourselves.
That's right. We can learn from each other, and we all face the same issues, so we're in it together.
We've been blessed. We're blessed with Buffalo Trace, a great partner, a great corporate citizen of our community. We hope that if you haven't seen Buffalo Trace, that you take the opportunity to come down and look what the great things that are happening at the distillery. I want to thank Mr. Wheatley for being here, our master distiller, Mr. Blinko, the contractor, and I hope you enjoy this segment of County Connections, and we ask that you like and share and post your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. This has been another segment of County Connections.